Greetings, fellow Godless rockers. I'm Steve.
And I'm Tally from
Monster on Sunday!
In this week's band vlog, we review an Atheist Album by Shelley Segal, who will be making a guest appearance.
That's right. You've likely heard about Shelley and her atheist music before, and we're going to dive into our favorite songs on her debut EP. In today's episode, we'll talk about how her music has been a huge inspiration to us as musicians. Also, we'll take a sneak peek behind the scenes as we check out Tally's makeup masterpiece. So stay tuned for episode 13 of Godless Rockers.
Okay guys, so here's the deal. Steve and I have been musicians for many years in separate bands. As what it has been. Can hear in the air through the walls. Feel you can see through the walls.
But I feel nothing at all.
And back in 2012, I was having some difficult conversations about religion with my family members and was looking on YouTube for some relief in the form of atheist-themed music. There, I stumbled upon Shelley Segal's music video for her song, Saved. I remember that the first time I watched it, I cried tears of joy that someone understood my frustration in dealing with people who didn't understand my atheism. Our local group, the Portland, Oregon Center for Inquiry, contacted us because Shelley was coming to town and interested in playing a show on September 20th, 2012, and asked for our help planning it. I then presented the idea to Steve of starting an official atheist band together and opening for her show.
And I said, yes, definitely. And thus we began feverishly researching atheist songs to learn for cover tunes. Somehow, in less than 1 month, we learned and recorded 9 cover tunes, wrote and recorded our first original song, titled Monster on Sunday, and opened that show for Shelley. Here's a clip of our humble beginnings. A couple years ago, Shelley returned the favor by being the supporting act in our first album release show, Baby Eater.
That's right, we've had such a blast so far on this journey, so let's get into our review of Shelley's brilliant album, beginning with the most personally influential song called Saved, followed by a few more of our favorites. First, I must mention that I love all the lyrics in this song. And at the time I was personally struggling with communication on the topic of religion with family members, I found a deep connection with her lyrics in this chorus.
I wonder what will it take for you to start opening your eyes, to start questioning the bullshit everyone around you buys. You think it's any of your business what goes on between my thighs. I wonder when we'll be rid of your life.
I'll never forget how empowered I felt when I heard those lines.
Another song that I really like is called Apocalyptic Love Song. This is a special song that she dedicated to the late Christopher Hitchens, who was a huge inspiration to her, to us, and to countless people around the world. We have thoroughly enjoyed and admired the concise and eloquent way that he criticized religion.
So when I say, as the subtitle of my book, that I think religion poisons everything, I'm not just doing what publishers like and coming up with a provocative subtitle. I mean to say it infects us in our most basic integrity. It says we can't be moral without Big Brother, without a totalitarian permission. It means we can't be good to one another. It means we can't think without this. We must be afraid. We must also be forced to love someone who we fear. The essence of sadomasochism. The essence of abjection. The essence of the master-slave relationship. And that knows that death is coming and can't wait to bring it on. I say this is evil. And though I do some nights stay home, I enjoy more the nights when I go out and fight against this ultimate wickedness and ultimate stupidity.
It's just not the same here without you. Miss you,
Hitch. And her song lyrics poetically reflect the understanding that though our lives are meaningless in the scale of the universe, there is meaning to be found through being connected with each other.
Yes, I understand that my whole life is just a blink of an eye in the history of the earth. It's with each moment that goes by, but this moment that I am with you, it feels like time has stood still. It feels somehow like it matters, that it always will.
Our next favorite song on this important album is I Don't Believe in Fairies. All the verses are well written. However, let's take a listen to my favorite part.
I don't believe in heaven. I don't believe in hell. I don't believe that we are children who need to fear to behave well. I don't believe in salvation. I don't believe in sin. I don't believe it will be easy, but I believe that reason can win.
Wow. I think you're probably quickly getting the feel for why an Atheist album is so meaningful to so many atheists. If you get a chance to see her perform this song live, by the way, I highly recommend it. You may experience frisson, otherwise known as a skin orgasm. You know, that's those aesthetic chills you get when listening to a great piece of music.
That's always a fun time. Moving on to what is probably the most rocking song on the album is a song called Afterlife. Musically, it's reminiscent to No Doubt, and it's an impassioned song lyrically. The heavy lyrics deal with issues arising from religious beliefs about the existence of an afterlife. Let's take a listen.
Thousands are humming, the second coming's coming. The environmental responsibility is succumbing to the suicidal longing for paradise. Can't they see it's already before our eyes? All that makes us who we are, we find cannot survive without a mind. But you're so afraid to die, you're willing to sacrifice. Living through it all with the knowledge that you only have one life.
Powerful stuff, man. We consider Shelley to be a talented songwriter, an inspiring atheist activist, and our friend. In fact, let's say hello and see what she was inspired by. Hi, Shelley! We're admiring your work and would like to know what inspired you to write these songs.
Hi Godless Rockers, this is Shelley Segal. I'm a singer-songwriter from Melbourne, Australia, and now I live in Los Angeles. And thanks to Tally and Steve for having me on the show. My debut album was called An Atheist Album, and I wrote that after I left my Jewish religion, started questioning things, and yeah, I just started writing about my new thoughts and my new worldview, and it was awesome to be able to put that into music. And yeah, you can check out my music on Bandcamp or my website, shelleysegal.com, or you can join my Patreon where you can get all of my music for $1 a month and new stuff every 2 weeks. So thanks again for having me, guys. Enjoy the show. Bye.
Thanks, Shelley!
That does it for our favorite songs on Shelley Segal's EP titled An Atheist Album. Please let us know what atheist music inspires you in the comments below. Also, let's go behind the scenes with Monster on Sunday as we check out Tally's makeup masterpiece right now.
Alright guys, so I'm gonna use my rock makeup job for like a show. Here we go. Step 1, oil. I have very dry skin. If you have oily skin, you will not want to do this step. Next, oil of Olay. I have a lot of freckles and really dark circles here. People always think I have black eyes or something. And I use this to cover up those dark circles.
I just go under the eye, down. I do kind of just blot it in a little.
Cover up.
True Blend is my favorite. I use the lightest shade possible, which is actually still not quite light enough for me, so I also, this is white cover up. So I do 1 squirt of regular 1 squirt of the white. Apply all this with my fingers. I do have the fancy sponges and they don't work as good as this. Okay, so the next step is I need to put some powder on this. CoverGirl, and I like to just tap some in and then put the brush to that.
Next step, I use e.l.f.
You have to rub forever to get it on your brush. It's really annoying. This I put all over, and I go crazy with it. The name of this game is to just cover the whole area. Oh, a little bit on the cheeks here.
Next, Manic Panic.
This is a bright red color. The red, I use the other side of the same brush. And again, I'm going to be crazy, but not quite as crazy. And I'm going to focus too on top here and going out. I just slam it up in there. And then I pull it, drag it down and around. Ta-da! Yeah, run down your fingers just for a second and you're done.
Next step is black for the eyes. It's shimmer powder.
The goal with this is to put it wherever I'm going to put my eyeliner. Along my lash line on the top. I use the same method here as the rest of my makeup, which is just freaking slap it on there. Use this brush now. It's kind of feathery. Make this softer and get up into that crease again like I did with the red. Call out in case you don't know if the black falls down onto your face. So you can use this. Take my same kabuki brush thingy here and watch this. Pop it out of there. And I really love the white too.
I'm gonna underline my waterline. Next step for eyes is
Black liquid eyeliner. So going with the line here. And like that. I'm just gonna put some of this on there. While I have it on the brush, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. Definitely like to try to make sure I do bitch brows. So it goes up to like a point and then comes down. Okay, so bitch brows are in. We shape them.
again. We got CoverGirl.
So I always start and just do down first and then up.
Alright, so far so good. Eyes finished. I'm just do a tiny bit.
A blush.
I really love these permanent lipsticks.
This is Revlon, just bitten. Start at the top. Oh, and bring it down. And fill it in. Then I do my lip liner.
That's it. Thank you for watching Behind the Scenes with Monster on Sunday. Bye.
So thanks for joining us for another episode of Godless Rockers.
Join us next week for 5 reasons why Jesus dying for your sins makes no sense.
Check out last week's vlog, March for Science, right here.
And click here to visit our store where you can get music merch and more.
Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode. See you next Sunday at noon.
We're Monster on Sunday! Thanks for joining us on Godless Rockers.